Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for KATC's News Channel at 6. I'm Jasmine Thibodeau. This is where it all started for Monique Boulet, a graduate of UL Lafayette. Now she's a wife, a mother, and the next Lafayette mayor president. She will be sworn in at the start of the new year. And while she's been in the public eye as the CEO of the KATC Planning Commission, she says transitioning into the political spectrum wasn't originally on her radar.
It's not something that I thought about growing up or I think I watched my parents.
Boulet's mom was former Louisiana Governor Kathleen Blanco, and her father, Raymond Blanco, also known as Coach, was an academic administrator and football coach at UL Lafayette.
My parents were both public servants, and they changed lives. They helped people, and I found that all over the parish in the campaign, people who they touched. And, you know, it's through just doing good work and putting good things in place. And so I think probably their example more than anything, and then being at a point of life where I could contribute and I could do those things.
Boulet tells me when she made the decision to run for mayor president, timing was everything for her. She'll now be the first female in the position, similar to how her mother was the first female governor of Louisiana.
Seeing my mother went up against big odds and was successful. And so, you know, learning how to do that, learning how to get big wins and how to just look long all the way to the end and not get caught, you know, in the small hurdles or the big hurdles that you have to go through.
And speaking of hurdles, there are two key issues she wants to focus on immediately. First, reviewing all of the open-ended legal proceedings.
Some of those we're going to look at. We're going to kind of do an inventory and see what can go and what needs to stay. So that's one of the first things.
She also plans to look over how the finances were being spent.
There's a lot of projects that have started that the funding, I'm not sure exactly where it is and how it is. And so understanding the financial situation and really trying to keep the good things that are in place going, but also, you know, what is the next step and what can we do?
Boulet is still building her administration, but her goal is to build a team that the community can have confidence in.
I'm going to surround myself by really good people and people who want to make a difference, people who want to be true public servants. And I think, you know, we're not looking to participate in partisan politics. We really are looking to build a strong community for everybody.
Boulet's been in communication with Mayor President Josh Guillory. She's thankful he and his staff are making the transition a smooth one.
You know, it's been going well. Josh Guillory and I have spoken several times, and he's been very open and helpful. Anything we need, they have provided.
Boulet will officially begin work as mayor president on January 1st, serving the parish she's lived in most of her life. Here's what she had to say when I asked her what made Lafayette so special.
It's the people. It's the people, it's the way we think, it's the way we do things. I think we do things a little bit better than anywhere else, honestly. We tweak things, we think about how can that be better, and you see it in our food, our music, you see it in the way we work, in our workforce, you see it across the board, and I really think that's our niche.
Make sure to tune in to KATC's News Channel at 6 on Thursday as my conversation with Boulet continues. This time she'll be discussing plans for the North Side and working with local law enforcement agencies to fight crime.